short hair, you can get bored so easily. You either do it straight, throw some curls in it, and then for the in-between, you just look like a boy. What's up, my beautiful human beings? It's your girl Cassidy. Welcome back to my channel. I've had so many phases where I just get so bored with my short hair, and I've had short hair for many years. I'm finally in the process of growing it out, but in the meantime, I still want to feel cool. I still want to look good. I still want to try different things. I feel like a lot of you with short hair are in the same boat. Let's go ahead and get into styling this thing. If this is the first time that you're clicking on one of my videos, hi, I'm Cassidy. Subscribe right now because you're gonna love it here. Also, don't be afraid to show your support. Comment, tell me what you think. Do you have criticism? Do you have some tips? Do you have something that you want me to include in the next video? I love that for the both of us. I want open communication here. So getting into this, my hair is so dirty. Like, so dirty. I need to wash it. But I wanted to come on here and do this tutorial while my hair was dirty because number one, sometimes it's easier to do certain styles with a little bit of that like dirty grit to your hair. I know that sounds gross, but it's not the way that like I really mean it, although it kind of is. Hairstyle number one. This is the really cute half up, half down with a little flip out. I've worn this hairstyle a lot on my Instagram. It works better for people who have shorter hair because of the little flip at the end. And when it falls just right at your shoulders, it just like, it's so adorable. Just part your half up, half down. Literally part your hair in half and separate the bottom section from the top. Clip that away. All you do to get this really cute flip at the bottom is just take your straightener and literally flip it upside down, like flip it like away, and just drag the hair through, and then you get this really cute flip right here that just looks so adorable. Create that flip throughout your whole bottom section. Just make sure it's nice and flipped up. You want it to be kind of even so that way like all the hairs kind of like stick together and stay in that one formatted loop. So now that we have that bottom section flipped, we can go ahead and sort this top section out. I like to do a part and then section out a little bang area. So I like to have, oh my God, you guys, can you see that gray hair? Yes, I'm getting grays. I'm only 26 years old. Like, what? It's in my family genes to get grays early. What are you gonna do? And now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a little brush. This one is like a smoothing brush. And I'm just gonna really brush everything back so that it's nice and tight and like gives me that snatched look. I want it to be like very smooth and slicked back for this one. I've done this one a lot on Instagram. And speaking of Instagram, if you guys are not following me, go check my Instagram out and show me some love. I'm super active on there. So if you guys could follow me, that would mean so much to me. I love being able to keep up with you guys through Instagram because it does take me a little bit longer to post on YouTube just because like editing and all of that stuff. But Instagram, I'm literally active every day. So everything is nice and slicked back. I just go ahead and grab this ponytail and literally just tie it as tight as I possibly can. Do you guys see how that lifts my face? Like, it's literally a facelift. I'm just gonna take the end of the ponytail and I'm going to flip those pieces out as well so it kind of matches up with the bottom part of my hair and has like that same style to it. Oh great, there's landscaping going on outside of my house. That's amazing. Okay, so I've got that exactly where I want it. Like you can see that little flip right there. I give the ponytail one squeeze just to make sure it's nice and tight. And then I take a little piece of hair from my ponytail, from the back of my ponytail, and then I wrap that piece of hair around the scrunchie. This is just like a nice trick to hide the band of your scrunchie, and it just makes it look more put together, and I love doing that little detail for anytime I do a ponytail. Then I just bobby pin secure it right there. And there you have it. I'm just brushing this front piece out and I'm literally just going to tuck it behind my ear. Now the very last thing that I do is I take a little bit of gel. I'm using the Garnier Fructis Pure Clean Styling Gel. I literally take the tiniest bit, rub it on my fingers, and then I just go right over here and kind of lay it over my baby hairs right here, the hair like right next to my ears, and I put a little bit on the bangs. Then this might be a little weird, but I grew up doing this literally, like this was my shit. Like when I was in middle school, I take a little toothbrush right here. I know there are regular brushes for this, but I don't know why. I don't have one, so I still use a toothbrush. I just bring that down and then I hold my finger on it and like swoop it around. I'm obsessed with my baby hairs, you guys. Like I would never do that thing where people like laser their hairline. I just love, love, love baby hairs. My little sideburns, I love those. I think they're so cute. Okay, so this hairstyle is almost complete, but a lot of us were not blessed with a full hairline, okay? So if you notice, like right here, I just have like some gaps. My hair in general is very thick, but at the front of my hair, it's pretty thin. So I like to kind of just fill in this area right here. And how I do that is I take like a fluffy brush and I take these really dark brown colors right here. I just mix those up and I just go in right here and just shade my hairline a little, and that tiniest bit just makes like the biggest difference. It makes my hairline look fuller and more complete. All you need is like the tiniest little bit just to fill in the sparse areas. And that is the last step to complete this hair look. I'm obsessed with this. I feel like such a cutie every time I wear this hairstyle. That wraps up hairstyle number 1. Let's move on to the next one. For hairstyle number 2, we're gonna stick with that theme of like that little flip that goes out, just in a way easier form. So literally all I'm doing is parting my hair in the middle. I'm gonna take my brush and brush everything down just to have it nice and smooth. And this hairstyle is gonna be kind of like a 3-in-1. I'm gonna show you guys with this hairstyle how to wear it on its own, and it looks super cute. Or you can throw a hat or a bandana on top of this hairstyle. This is probably like the easiest hairstyle literally ever. And then with the front pieces, if there's any waves that you don't want in there, just grab your straightener again, straighten them out, get it nice and flat. And then you're just gonna take these pieces and literally tuck them behind your ear. That's that. If you see any bumps or anything that you want to get rid of, just like brush it out. Brush everything down so it's nice and smooth. Grab your flat iron and do the same thing. Just get it in that upward flipped motion. So this is like a really cute hairstyle by itself. If you are in a rush, your hair's dirty, this hairstyle is so cute and looks like you really put effort into doing your hair. Meanwhile, my hair is like super dirty. With this hairstyle, there's a little added extra bonus. Now, I love wearing hats, wearing bandanas, headscarves, all of those things, but sometimes with short hair, I feel like hats or bandanas just don't really look right on short hair. I don't know, sometimes it doesn't sit right. But with this hairstyle, this is the hairstyle that I wear with hats or with bandanas. I have this Adidas cap right here. This is just like a dad cap. This is a woman's hat, so it kind of like has a different shape. I feel it's more flattering. Just put the hat on like that. If it gets a little thick around my ears, I just like adjust the hair back here and like move it where it's supposed to be. I pull my little sideburns out, little baby hairs. I just think this looks so cute. This is the one hairstyle that looks good with little baseball caps. I feel really fly. I could throw on a crew neck, some like sweat shorts or biker shorts with some chunky sneakers, and that's just a look. Like that is my look. The second little head accessory that I do with this hairstyle is a plain old bandana. Now this reminds me of like my mom and my aunts in the 90s. I swear they used to wear bandanas with their hair like this. I just fold the bandana in half and literally like put it over the top of my head and tie it in the back like this, right over my ears. I wear this definitely for more of like a street style vibe, and I know this isn't gonna be everyone's like, you know, slice of cake, but I am absolutely obsessed with it. I think it's so freaking cute. I look like I'll fight someone with this, and I do not fight. That is hairstyle number 2. Let's move on to the third one. Okay, for hairstyle number 3, we are keeping the middle part. So this look is going to be a little more romantic, but at first I'm just going to pull all of my hair back and kind of like wiggle out these front shorter pieces. This is happening to me just because I had so much damage in my hair from being blonde previously, so these are just like weirdly shorter, but that's what happens when you have damage in your hair. Love that. So then I'm just gonna like tie this back really messily, not worry about that right now. And then I'm gonna go in with my flat iron and kind of just focus on these front pieces. What I'm gonna do is just flip them underneath. So I take this front section, I'm just like flipping them inwards towards my eye. So when I flip it in like that and then I brush it out, it goes outward. So I have a little flip going like that. See how that worked? And then once I brush it out, it has that like perfect shape that I love. So I'm gonna let the rest of my hair out, and then I'm kind of gonna do the same thing. So I'm brushing with my fingers, not too precisely. For this updo, it's very messy, not high maintenance. So I literally take the hair down here and I kind of pull at the base of my neck. And what I like to do with this is make sure it's tight at the bottom so it has something to hold on to. But I like to leave this top area nice and like loose because it kind of just creates a more romantic look. I take my scrunchie and I just flip it sort of like around and up, creating a super messy, low maintenance bun. So it turns out like that. I just kind of bunch the hair all together and get it tied in there. And now with the pieces of hair, I pull those out, frame them to my face, pull out like baby hairs and sideburns. And then I pull out a few more hairs just to keep it really messy. So I'm just gonna grab I'm gonna pull the hairs back, kind of squeeze right there, let some other hairs fall out. And then I'm gonna do a little twist here, little twist there, like that. Grab the bobby pin and literally just pin it underneath. So it kind of creates like a little bit of like a loose curl look. And if I want more of these little loops, I will go ahead and pull some hairs out and basically do the same thing. I don't mind if it's like a little frizzy, so I just loop that again, grab my bobby pin and just clip it there. Super easy, and I feel like that creates like an effortless like frizzy look. And depending on the hairs that you have framing your face, if you feel like it's too much, you can just like pin a few more back. If you don't even want any hair in your face, you can just almost pin it back completely. And then I go ahead and squeeze on the bun a little, again, to add to that like messy, effortless effect. And that is my version of like a super romantic, messy, low bun. This one is really the most, probably I would say the most customizable, because you're gonna do whatever works for you. Whatever hairs like shape your face is what is really gonna pull this look together. But my main purpose is for this to be really loose, for me to have some volume up here by the bun, because I feel like that's what creates that like romantic look that I kind of just threw together. So this one's cute. This one's like effortless, easygoing, romantic. Alrighty, now the final last hairstyle. So this one is probably my favorite just because when I'm working and when I'm like in a rush, I just want to get all of my hair out of my face. The first thing that I'm gonna do is grab my BB thickening spray by Bumble and Bumble, and I like to use this to kind of spray at the roots. First of all, it smells amazing. Even though this one is going to be completely pulled back, I like for the bun of it to have a lot of volume. So I like to spray this at the roots just for that texture, and then also at the bottom, so the bun that I do later on has a little bit of that grit to it. And obviously this is a texture spray, so it's gonna give your hair this texture. And now what I'm doing is I am bringing all of this hair up, and up. I like for this bun to specifically be like very high at the top of my head. If you have like little bumps there, don't worry too much about them. Just try to comb them out. I'm not using my brush for this because I don't want it to be super sleek, super tight. I like the look of it being a little bit messy, a little bit bumpy around here. So obviously with the short hair, as you pull your hair up, you get these little bits. That just happens. They're annoying, but we'll deal with them later. Just try to get as much as you can to stick in the ponytail. I'm gonna go ahead, take my scrunchie and just put it in a tight ponytail. Making sure that ponytail is nice and tight. I just squeeze it where I want it. Get it up there, girl. And I also pull at the back of it to make sure that these hairs are being pulled at and just like secured in there. I'm gonna create the bun. So what I do to create this bun, it's actually really easy. I just literally group them together, kind of twist it around each other. I don't like securely pull around the whole thing. I mainly just pull at the end, and I kind of like group it here, twist it around itself, and that's what you're left with. And I like that look of it almost being longer. I know it looks a little weird, and it kind of took me a while to get used to this, but I realized how much I like that style. Whatever is like the very last bit of hair, I hold that down, and then I secure it with a bobby pin. Now, if you have like really long hair, this is obviously going to be harder to do because you're going to have a lot more to bobby pin down, but you can definitely do it. You're just going to need a lot of these little babies right here. Before I secure it down, I'm going to pull like in certain areas that I want it to really make sure it's tighter in there. I kind of like it to have a little point. And then I'll go ahead and secure any other areas that I really want locked down. Just make it look how you want it to look. So now finally I can deal with these little things right now. If you have a really, really strong hold hairspray, that's where that baby is gonna come in. I actually ran out of my hairspray, but the hairspray that I recommend for this with short hair is the Got To Be hairspray. But for right now, I'm using gel. Take some gel in my hands, like about this much, and I just gel this bottom part. It's already kind of like taking form to where it should stay, but obviously this is going to need bobby pins to truly stay up and get held in there. So I literally just bobby pin the ends of all the hairs on the back of my head. And I know it's kind of annoying because you do, you know, end up having sort of like a row of bobby pins on your head, but try to use as few as you can and like strategically pin the hairs in a place where you don't have to add too many bobby pins. The gel is going to help secure them so you'll be able to use less. Again, taking a little bit of gel for, you guys know, my favorite part, just gelling down my baby hairs. I think it looks so cute. I love this. I don't know why. Grab my handy dandy toothbrush and lay these babies down as smooth as I possibly can. As with any updo that I'm really like snatching things up, you can see some kind of like sparse areas, little like, I don't know, am I balding? I have no idea, but we're gonna fill it in and make it work. So again, taking that brush with the eyeshadow that I have, I'm just going in. It's the subtle difference that just makes the biggest difference. Yes, full hairline. Thank you, come through. And we're good to go. This bun is easy, it's low maintenance, and it gets all the hair out of my face. I feel like updos are for girls that need to like get shit done. Like we need to focus, okay? We need to not deal with this hair on our head. If you guys want to keep up with me, just go ahead and make sure you're following me on Instagram, and also subscribe to this channel before you leave because you know how much it means to me from the bottom of my heart. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!